My child, your name just echoed through heaven's throne room. Yes, your name. Every angel heard it. Every demon heard it. What I'm about to decree over you will shift both realm, heaven and hell on your behalf. My dear child, let me share something with you that will change everything you thought you knew about your life. Right now, at this very moment, something extraordinary is happening in the invisible world around you. The universe is shifting in your favor. Heaven itself is opening its doors just for you. And what I'm about to tell you is not just words on a screen. This is truth that will pierce through every wall of doubt you've ever built. You are not reading this by accident. You did not stumble upon these words by chance. No, my precious one, you were guided here. You were brought to this exact moment because your time has finally come. The struggles you've been carrying, the weight on your shoulders, the sleepless nights when you stared at the ceiling wondering how you would make it through another day, all of that is about to change. Tonight marks the end of one chapter and the glorious beginning of another. For so long, you've been walking through a desert. You've been thirsting for relief, for breakthrough, for just one sign that things would get better. And while you were walking through that dry place, you might have thought nobody saw you. You might have believed that your prayers were hitting the ceiling and falling back down. But I need you to understand something that will shake your very soul. Every single step you took in that wilderness was being watched. Every tear that fell from your eyes was collected. Every moment you chose to keep going when everything in you wanted to give up, that was recorded in the books of heaven. You see, my beloved, there is a divine rhythm to life that most people never understand. There are seasons of planting and seasons of harvest. There are times of testing and times of reward. And what you've been going through was never meant to destroy you. It was preparing you. It was strengthening you. It was building something inside of you that could not have been built any other way. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was preparation for the weight of blessing you're about to carry. Tonight, something is breaking in the spiritual realm. Can you feel it? There's a shift happening right now. The chains that have held back your abundance are snapping one by one. The walls that have blocked your progress are crumbling to dust. The doors that have been locked for years are suddenly swinging open with such force that nobody can close them again. This is not wishful thinking. This is not positive imagination. This is the reality of what happens when heaven decides that your waiting is over. I want you to take a deep breath right now. Feel the air filling your lungs. That breath is proof that you're still here. That breath is evidence that your story is not finished. You survived everything that tried to break you, and now you're standing at the edge of the greatest breakthrough of your entire life. The enemy wanted you to quit before this moment arrived. That's why the attacks were so fierce. That's why the pressure felt so unbearable. Because there are blessings with your name on them that are so powerful, so life-changing, that darkness itself trembled at the thought of you receiving them. But you held on. Despite everything, you held on. And now the floodgates are opening. Type Amen if you believe your breakthrough is here right now. Let me tell you what's happening behind the scenes that your natural eyes cannot see. There are angels who have been assigned specifically to you, not to humanity in general, not to a group of people. To you, they know your name, they know your address, they know every need you have before you even speak it out loud. And right now, at this very second, they are moving. They are rearranging circumstances. They are speaking to the hearts of people who will become channels of blessing in your life. They are opening pathways that were completely hidden from your view. You might wake up tomorrow to a phone call that changes everything. You might check your email and find an opportunity that seems too good to be true, but it will be real. You might encounter someone in the most ordinary place who will say something or offer something that becomes the key to your next level. These are not coincidences. These are divine appointments that have been scheduled since before you were born. Your financial situation is about to experience a supernatural turnaround. I'm not talking about a small improvement. I'm not talking about just getting by for another month. I'm talking about abundance that makes you weep with gratitude. I'm talking about provision so overwhelming that you'll find yourself looking around wondering how it all happened so fast. Where there was lack, there will be overflow. Where there was debt, there will be freedom. Where there was constant worry about money, there will be peace that allows you to sleep soundly through the night. But this blessing is not just about money. Money is simply one form of energy, one way that the universe expresses favor. What's really happening is that you're stepping into a new frequency of living. Your entire vibration is shifting. The way you think is changing. The way you see yourself is being transformed. Old beliefs about limitation and lack are being burned away, and in their place, new beliefs about abundance and possibility are taking root. You are being upgraded, your mind is being renewed, your spirit is being strengthened, and as this internal transformation happens, your external world has no choice but to reflect it. The circumstances around you must shift to match the new person you're becoming. This is spiritual law. This is how the universe works. Change the inner world, and the outer world follows. Now, I know some of you have been disappointed before. You've heard promises that didn't come true. You've believed for things that never manifested. And because of that, there's a part of you that's afraid to hope again. There's a voice in your head saying, don't get your hopes up. You'll just be hurt again. I understand that voice. I honor the pain that created it. But tonight, I'm asking you to silence that voice one more time. I'm asking you to give faith another chance. Because what's different this time is that you're different. You're not the same person who faced those disappointments. You've grown. You've learned. You've been refined by fire and you've come out as gold. The person you were back then wasn't ready for what's coming now. But you are ready. Everything you've been through has prepared you for this moment. The lessons you've learned, the strength you've developed, the wisdom you've gained, all of it was necessary to prepare you to handle the magnitude of blessing that's about to flood your life. Type ITRUS Jude if you're ready to believe again. Let me paint a picture for you of what your life is about to look like. Imagine waking up in the morning without that heavy feeling in your chest. You know that feeling. That anxiety that hits you the moment you open your eyes, that immediate stress about bills, about responsibilities, about all the things that seem impossible. Imagine that feeling being gone, completely gone. Instead, you wake up with excitement, you wake up with peace, you wake up with joy bubbling up inside of you because you know you're walking in favor. Imagine checking your bank account and actually smiling. Imagine being able to say yes when your children ask for something instead of always having to say no. Imagine being able to help a friend in need without worrying about your own situation. Imagine being able to give generously, to bless others, to be a source of hope for people who are going through what you just came through. That's the life you're stepping into. That's the reality that's being created for you right now. And it's not just about having more money. It's about having peace of mind. It's about having the freedom to make choices based on what's right instead of what you can afford. It's about having the capacity to dream again. For so long, you've had to keep your dreams small because your reality was so limiting. But now those limitations are being removed. The ceiling is being lifted. The boundaries are being expanded. You're entering into a wide, open space where anything is possible. Your creativity is about to explode. Ideas are going to come to you that will generate income. Solutions are going to drop into your mind that will solve problems you've been wrestling with for years. You're going to see opportunities everywhere you look because your spiritual eyes are being opened. What you couldn't see before, you'll see clearly now. What you couldn't understand before, you'll grasp with ease now. People are going to start treating you differently. They won't be able to explain it, but they'll sense something on you. There's an anointing, a covering, a presence that rests on those who are walking in divine favor. And when you carry that, doors open, conversations happen, connections are made. Things that should take years happen in days. That's the power of supernatural acceleration, and it's being released over your life tonight. Now, I want to talk to those of you who have been faithful in the small things. You've been honest even when it cost you. You've been kind even when people didn't deserve it. You've given even when you had barely enough for yourself. You thought nobody noticed those things. You thought those sacrifices were forgotten. But I'm here to tell you that every single act of integrity, every single moment of generosity, every single choice to do the right thing when nobody was watching has been recorded. And tonight, the reward for your faithfulness is being released. There's a principle in the universe that what you sow, you will reap. But here's what most people don't understand. You don't just reap what you sow. You reap more than you sow. A farmer plants one seed and gets back a whole plant with dozens or hundreds of seeds. That's multiplication. That's the law of increase. And every good seed you've planted is about to produce a harvest so abundant that you won't have room to contain it all. The kindness you showed is coming back to you multiplied. The money you gave when you could barely afford it is returning to you multiplied. The prayers you prayed for others are now being prayed for you by angels who never sleep. The blessing you spoke over someone else's life is now being spoken over yours by the very voice that created the universe. This is how the spiritual economy works. This is the justice of heaven. If you've been faithful in your work, even when you weren't appreciated, promotion is coming. If you've been faithful in your relationships, even when you weren't valued, honor is coming. If you've been faithful in your giving, even when you had nothing left, abundance is coming. Your faithfulness has not been in vain. Every test you passed, every temptation you resisted, every moment you chose the high road when you could have taken the easy path. All of it matters. All of it counts. And all of it is about to pay off in ways that will take your breath away. Type IBLIEV if you know this is your season of harvest. Now let me speak to those of you who feel like you've made too many mistakes. You're thinking, this can't be for me. I've messed up too much. I've failed too many times. I've made too many bad decisions. Stop right there. That is a lie from the pit of hell, and you need to reject it right now. Your past does not disqualify you from your future. Your mistakes do not cancel out your destiny. Your failures do not erase your purpose. Do you know what makes a comeback story so powerful? The fact that there was something to come back from. Your struggle is not your shame. It's your testimony. Your pain is not your punishment. It's your preparation. Every wrong turn you took taught you something. Every mistake you made showed you what not to do. Every failure gave you wisdom that success never could have given you. And now, armed with that wisdom, you're about to walk into opportunities that you're actually prepared for. There's a cleansing happening right now. Every label that was put on you is being removed. Every negative word that was spoken over you is being cancelled. Every curse that was sent your way is being broken. You are being washed clean. You are being made new. You are being given a fresh start. And this time you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. You're starting from strength. You're starting from a place of knowing who you are and what you're capable of. The shame is gone. The guilt is gone. The regret is gone. What remains is pure potential. What remains is unlimited possibility. What remains is a blank canvas, and you're being handed the paintbrush. You get to create your life from this moment forward. You get to decide what your story will be. You get to choose what your legacy will look like. And the power to create that life, that story, That legacy is being downloaded into you right now. I want you to feel this in your bones. You are not a victim. You are a victor. You are not defeated. You are more than a conqueror. You are not limited by your circumstances. You are empowered by your Creator. There is greatness inside of you that has not yet been released. There is potential in you that has not yet been tapped. There is a version of you that you haven't even met yet, but that version is emerging right now. Can you see it? Can you see the you that's on the other side of this breakthrough? That person is confident. That person is peaceful. That person is generous. That person is joyful. That person is free. That person is walking in purpose and living in abundance. That person is not struggling to survive. That person is thriving. And here's the truth that will set you free. That person is not someone you're going to become someday. That person is who you already are. You just haven't been able to see it because the circumstances were blocking your view. But tonight the circumstances are shifting, the fog is lifting, the scales are falling from your eyes, and you're about to see yourself the way heaven sees you. You're about to recognize the royalty in your bloodline. You're about to remember that you were created in the image of the divine. You're about to realize that you carry the DNA of the Creator, which means you have the power to create your reality. Type Amen in Jesus' name if you're stepping into your true identity tonight. Let me tell you about the power of agreement. When you align your words with heaven's words about you, something supernatural happens. When you agree with the truth instead of the lie, you activate forces that are beyond human understanding. Your words have creative power. Your declarations shape your reality. Your agreement with heaven's plan releases heaven's provision. So right now, I want you to speak some things out loud. Don't just read them. Don't just think them. Speak them with your voice because there's power in the spoken word. Say this: I am blessed. I am favored. I am chosen. I am protected. I am provided for. I am walking in abundance. I am living in overflow. I am a testimony of God's goodness. Everything that was meant to harm me is working for my good. Every delay was divine timing. Every closed door was protection. Every no was redirecting me to a better yes. Do you feel that shift? Do you feel that power? That's the atmosphere changing around you. That's the spiritual climate being altered. You just released faith into the invisible realm, and faith is the substance of things hoped for. Faith is the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the currency of the kingdom, and you just made a deposit that's about to bring a return beyond your wildest imagination. Now, I want to talk about the community aspect of this blessing. Some of you watching this video right now are going to experience breakthrough first. You're going to be the first in your family to break through to this level. You're going to be the one who changes the trajectory of your entire bloodline. But here's what I need you to understand. Your blessing is not just for you. It's for everyone connected to you. When you rise, you're creating a ladder for others to climb. When you break through, you're making a path for others to follow. When you succeed, you're proving it's possible for others who look like you, talk like you, come from where you came from. You are a pioneer. You are a trailblazer. You are a history maker. And the blessing that's coming to you is going to overflow into the lives of people you haven't even met yet. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. This is why the resistance was so intense. Because he knew that if you made it through, if you survived the fire, if you came out still believing, still hoping, still trusting, then you would become a threat to his kingdom of darkness. You would become a light that cannot be hidden. You would become a voice that cannot be silenced. You would become a force that cannot be stopped. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You are being activated. You are being commissioned. You are being sent forth with authority and power. The anointing on your life is increasing. The favor on your life is multiplying. The grace on your life is overflowing. And everyone who encounters you is going to be touched by the presence that rests on you. Your story is going to inspire people. Your testimony is going to give hope to the hopeless. Your breakthrough is going to cause others to believe again. That's the ripple effect of one person walking in their divine destiny. That's the impact of one life fully surrendered to the purposes of heaven. That's the power of you stepping into everything you were created to be. Before we continue, I want you to do something important. I want you to subscribe to this channel right now. Don't wait. Don't say you'll do it later. Do it right now. Because the messages that come through this channel are not random. They're divinely inspired. They're strategically timed. And if you're connected to this channel, you're going to receive exactly what you need exactly when you need it. The information that will come through here will be keys that unlock doors in your life. The revelations that will be shared here will be answers to prayers you've been praying. So hit that subscribe button right now, turn on the notifications, and position yourself to receive everything that heaven wants to release to you through this channel. Type Subieskrabiti if you just subscribed and you're ready for more breakthrough messages. Now let's talk about the timing of this. Some of you have been wondering why your breakthrough is taking so long. You've been asking, why hasn't it happened yet? Why am I still waiting? And I want to give you a perspective that will change everything. In the spiritual realm, timing is not about the calendar. It's about alignment. It's about readiness. It's about the perfect convergence of preparation meeting opportunity. There were things that needed to happen before you could receive what's coming. There were lessons you needed to learn. There were character issues that needed to be addressed. There were connections that needed to be made. There were doors that needed to close so better doors could open. All of that was necessary. All of that was preparation. And now all of that is complete. You are ready. The season has shifted. The time has come. And what you're about to experience is going to happen so fast that you won't be able to explain it by natural means. People are going to ask you, how did this happen? How did you go from there to here so quickly? And all you'll be able to say is, it was God. It was divine intervention. It was supernatural acceleration. There's a compression of time happening in your life. Things that should take years are going to happen in months. Things that should take months are going to happen in weeks. Things that should take weeks are going to happen in days. This is the season of suddenly. This is the era of unexpected blessing. This is the time when heaven invades earth in your personal reality. And here's what I need you to understand about sudden blessings. They're not actually sudden. They're the result of seeds that were planted long ago finally coming to harvest. They're the manifestation of prayers that were prayed in secret. They're the reward for faithfulness that nobody saw. What looks sudden to everyone else is actually the culmination of years of preparation, years of believing, years of trusting even when there was no evidence. So when your breakthrough comes, and it will come very soon, don't let anyone diminish it by calling it luck. Don't let anyone minimize it by saying you were just in the right place at the right time. No, you were faithful. You were obedient. You were patient. You were persistent, and now you're reaping the harvest of everything you've sown. Own that, celebrate that, and give glory where glory is due. Your life is about to become a living sermon. Without saying a word, your transformation will preach to people. Your joy will be contagious. Your peace will be unexplainable. Your abundance will be undeniable. And people who know where you came from, who know what you've been through, will look at you and know that only a power greater than human power could have done this. You are about to become a walking testimony, a breathing miracle, a living example of what happens when someone refuses to give up on their God-given dreams. And that testimony is going to open doors for you that your resume never could. That testimony is going to give you influence that money couldn't buy. That testimony is going to position you in rooms where decisions are made and destinies are shaped. Type I Rasi IVHS if you're ready to walk in your testimony. Let me speak to your finances specifically, because I know that's an area where many of you are experiencing pressure right now. Your bank account is about to experience a divine invasion. Money is going to come to you from directions you never anticipated. Someone is going to remember a debt they owe you and pay it back with interest. An opportunity is going to present itself that will generate income you never thought possible. A door is going to open in your career that will lead to a promotion or a raise that exceeds your expectations. But here's what I want you to understand about money. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is. Money is simply a tool. It's energy. It's a resource. And when it's in the hands of someone who knows how to steward it properly, money becomes a blessing not just to them but to everyone around them. You are about to become that person. You are about to become someone who handles wealth with wisdom, who manages resources with integrity, who uses abundance to bless others. This is important because the blessing that's coming to you is not just about you having more. It's about you being able to do more. It's about you being able to give more. It's about you being able to impact more lives. When you walk in the abundance that heaven has ordained for you, you become a fountain from which others can drink. You become a tree that bears fruit for others to eat. You become a source of hope for people who are still in the struggle you just came out of. God doesn't bless you just to make you comfortable. He blesses you to make you a blessing. He increases you so you can increase others. He prospers you so you can be a channel of prosperity. And when you understand that, when you embrace that responsibility, then the floodgates really open. Because heaven can trust you with much when you've proven you can be trusted with little. I'm seeing some specific things in the spirit right now. I'm seeing unexpected checks in the mail. I'm seeing direct deposits that you weren't expecting. I'm seeing cash gifts from people who felt led to bless you. I'm seeing refunds that you didn't know you were owed. I'm seeing inheritances being released. I'm seeing old investments suddenly paying off. I'm seeing business deals closing that had been stalled. I'm seeing contracts being signed that will change your financial future. These are not fantasies. These are not pipe dreams. These are actual events that are being orchestrated in the spiritual realm right now and are about to manifest in your physical reality. The angels have been working. The pieces have been moving. The stage has been set. And now it's time for the curtain to rise on your new financial reality. But with this blessing comes responsibility. You need to be ready to manage it well. You need to have a plan for what you're going to do with the increase. You need to purpose in your heart to honor the source of the blessing by being a good steward of it. That means you're going to need to get your spending under control. You're going to need to create a budget. You're going to need to save and invest wisely. You're going to need to be generous with others who are still struggling. I'm not telling you this to put pressure on you. I'm telling you this to prepare you, because the worst thing that can happen is for someone to receive a blessing they're not prepared to handle. That's how people get blessed and then lose it all. That's how people experience increase and end up worse off than they were before. But that's not going to be your story. You're going to handle this blessing with wisdom. You're going to steward this increase with excellence. And because of that, the blessing is going to remain and continue to multiply. Type IAMREADY if you're prepared to steward your blessing well. Now I want to talk about the spiritual warfare that some of you have been experiencing. You've been under attack. You've felt it. There have been unusual obstacles, strange setbacks, unexpected problems that seem to come out of nowhere. And you've been wondering, why is this happening? Why is everything suddenly so difficult? Let me tell you why. Because the enemy knows what's coming. He knows about the blessing that has your name on it. He knows about the breakthrough that's about to hit your life. And he's been trying to discourage you, to make you give up, to cause you to doubt before you could receive it. But here's what he didn't count on. He didn't count on your resilience. He didn't count on your determination. He didn't count on the fact that you would still be standing, still believing, still trusting even after everything he threw at you. And now his time is up. His assignment against you has failed. His plans to destroy you have backfired. And every weapon he formed against you is not only broken, it's being turned for your good. There is a supernatural protection around you right now. There is a hedge that cannot be penetrated. There is a covering that cannot be removed. You are safe, you are secure, you are guarded by forces that never sleep, never tire, and never fail. The angels that are assigned to you are on high alert. They are watching every threat. They are neutralizing every attack. They are ensuring that nothing and no one can stop what heaven has ordained for your life. So you can rest, you can relax, you can release the anxiety and the fear. You don't have to fight this battle. The battle belongs to the Lord. And He's not just fighting for you. He's fighting as you. His strength is your strength. His power is your power. His victory is your victory. And when the smoke clears and the dust settles, you're going to be standing on top of the mountain, raising your hands in triumph, testifying to everyone who will listen about the goodness and faithfulness of your God. Your enemies are about to become your footstool. The people who tried to hold you back are going to watch you soar. The ones who said you'd never make it are going to have to admit they were wrong. The voices that predicted your failure are going to be silenced by your success. This is your vindication. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. And you know what the best part is? You're not going to be bitter about it. You're not going to be arrogant about it. You're not going to rub it in anyone's face, because you know that this blessing didn't come from you. It came from a source that's higher than you, greater than you, more powerful than you. And all you can do is be grateful. All you can do is be humble. All you can do is give glory where glory is due. That's the mark of true greatness. That's the sign of real maturity. That's the evidence of someone who understands that every good and perfect gift comes from above. And when you carry yourself with that kind of humility, heaven releases even more. When you give credit where credit is due, more credit is given to you. When you honor the source of your blessing, more blessing flows from that source. Let me speak about your health for a moment, because I know some of you have been dealing with physical challenges on top of your financial struggles. The same God who is releasing financial breakthrough is also releasing healing. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and it's about to experience restoration. That pain that's been bothering you is about to go. That sickness that's been draining you is about to leave. That condition that doctors couldn't explain is about to disappear. I'm declaring healing over your body right now. Strength is returning to your bones. Energy is flooding your system. Vitality is being restored to every cell. Your immune system is being strengthened. Your organs are being renewed. Your mind is being refreshed. You are being made whole in every way. Spirit, soul, and body. Nothing is left out. Nothing is overlooked. Total restoration is your portion. Because when you walk in the blessing that's coming to you, you need to be healthy to enjoy it. You need to be strong to steward it. You need to be energized to maximize it. And God is making sure that every part of you is ready for every part of the blessing. He's not just blessing one area of your life, He's blessing every area. Financial, physical, emotional, relational, spiritual. It's a complete package. It's a total transformation. It's a full life upgrade. Type A Shielanjais me if you're receiving restoration in your body right now. I want to talk about your relationships, because this blessing is going to affect them too. Some relationships in your life are about to change. Not because you're changing as a person, but because you're shifting into a new dimension. And not everyone can go where you're going. Not everyone is meant to be in your next season, and that's okay. Don't fight to keep people who are meant to stay in your past. Don't hold on to connections that serve their purpose but are no longer productive. There's a divine pruning happening in your life. God is removing people who would drain the blessing that's coming to you. He's disconnecting you from relationships that would distract you from your purpose. He's severing ties that would hold you back from your destiny. And while this might be painful in the moment, it's necessary for your future. But here's the beautiful part. As some people leave, new people are coming. Divine connections are being made. Strategic relationships are being formed. You're about to meet people who are aligned with your purpose. People who will push you higher. People who will support your vision. People who will celebrate your success instead of being jealous of it. People who will add to your life instead of taking from it. These are relationships that were ordained before the foundation of the world. These are connections that heaven has been preparing. And the timing of your meeting is not accidental. It's appointed. When you meet them, you'll know. There will be an immediate recognition, a sense of, I've been waiting for you. A feeling of, this is right, this is meant to be. And from that meeting, collaborations will be born, partnerships will be formed, opportunities will emerge that neither of you could have accessed alone. This is how God works. He doesn't just bless you in isolation, He connects you with others who are also blessed. And together you accomplish things that are far greater than what any individual could do. This is the power of synergy. This is the multiplication that comes from divine alignment. This is what happens when heaven orchestrates your relationships. Now, for those of you who are in relationships that you know are meant to last, those relationships are about to get better. The blessing that's coming to you is going to overflow into your marriage, your family, your friendships. There's going to be a new level of peace in your home. A fresh wave of joy in your interactions, a deeper level of understanding and connection. The struggles that caused tension are being resolved. The pressures that created conflict are being removed, and love is being renewed. If you've been struggling in your marriage, breakthrough is coming there too. If you've been disconnected from your children, restoration is on the way. If you've been estranged from family members, reconciliation is possible. Nothing is too broken for God to fix. No relationship is too damaged for Him to restore. He specializes in taking broken pieces and making them whole. He's the master at turning mourning into dancing and sorrow into joy. Your home is about to become a place of peace instead of a place of stress. Your family gatherings are about to become celebrations instead of obligations. Your relationships are about to become sources of strength instead of sources of pain. This is all part of the blessing package. This is all included in the breakthrough that's coming. Nothing is left out. Every area is being touched. Every dimension is being transformed. Type restored if you're believing for restoration in your relationships. Let me talk to the entrepreneurs and business owners for a moment. Your business is about to take off. That idea you've been sitting on, it's time to launch it. That vision you've been refining, it's time to execute it. That dream you've been nurturing, it's time to birth it. The resources you need are coming. The connections you need are forming. The wisdom you need is being downloaded. Everything you need to succeed is being provided. This is your season to build. This is your time to create. This is your moment to establish something that will outlast you. You're not just starting a business. You're building a legacy. You're not just making money. You're creating generational wealth. You're not just fulfilling a dream. You're walking in your divine assignment. And here's what I know about businesses that are birthed in the Spirit. They don't just succeed. They dominate. They don't just survive. They thrive. They don't just make it. They multiply. Because when God is the foundation of your enterprise, when His principles guide your decisions, when His favor rests on your efforts, failure is not an option. Mediocrity is not possible. Excellence is the only outcome. Your business is going to grow faster than you expected. Clients are going to find you without you having to chase them. Opportunities are going to present themselves without you having to force them. Revenue is going to increase beyond your projections. Profit margins are going to exceed industry standards, and you're going to find yourself in a position of influence and impact that you never imagined possible. But remember, with great blessing comes great responsibility. Your business is not just about making money. It's about making a difference. It's about providing value. It's about solving problems. It's about serving people. When you keep that perspective, when you maintain that heart, then the success becomes sustainable. The growth becomes manageable. The impact becomes measurable. For those of you who work for someone else, don't think this message isn't for you. It absolutely is. Your promotion is coming. That position you've been hoping for is opening up. That raise you've been waiting for is being approved. That recognition you deserve is about to be given. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. Your faithfulness has not been forgotten. Your excellence has been observed. And now it's about to be rewarded. You're not going to have to fight for it. You're not going to have to politic for it. You're not going to have to manipulate for it. It's going to come to you because it's meant for you. The right people are going to notice you at the right time. The right doors are going to open at the right moment. The right opportunities are going to present themselves right when you're ready for them. And if you're currently unemployed, your perfect job is on its way. Not just any job, not just something to pay the bills, but a position that aligns with your purpose, a role that utilizes your gifts, an opportunity that excites you and challenges you and allows you to grow. It's coming, it's already been prepared, and very soon you're going to walk into it. Type MYTMISNOW if you're ready to step into your next level professionally. I want to address those of you who feel like you've wasted time. You're looking back at years that you think were unproductive, seasons that you believe were wasted, opportunities that you feel you missed, and there's regret weighing on you. Let me speak directly to that regret. It's time to release it. Those years were not wasted. Those seasons were not meaningless. Those opportunities were not your only chances. Everything you experienced was teaching you something. Every mistake was revealing something. Every detour was actually protecting you from something. You weren't lost. You were being prepared. You weren't stuck. You were being developed. You weren't failing. You were learning. And now all of that experience, all of that learning, all of that growth is about to pay off. There's a principle called redemption that many people don't understand. It means that God can take what was lost and restore it. He can take what was wasted and make it productive. He can take what seemed like failure and turn it into your greatest testimony. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Everything has been working together for your good, even the things that felt like setbacks. The years the locusts ate, they're being restored right now. The time you think you lost, it's being given back with interest. The opportunities you think you missed, better ones are coming. This is the season of double recompense. This is the time of accelerated restoration. What should have taken decades is going to happen in years. What should have taken years is going to happen in months. This is supernatural acceleration at its finest. So stop looking back with regret and start looking forward with expectation. Stop mourning what was and start celebrating what's coming. Stop living in the past and start living in the present where your power actually exists. The past is gone. You can't change it. But your future is still being written, and you hold the pen. Type NWBNGS if you're ready to stop looking back and start moving forward. Let me close with this powerful truth. You are closer than you think. The breakthrough you've been praying for is not far away. It's not years down the road. It's not months in the future. It's right here. It's right now. It's at your door, knocking, waiting for you to open and receive it. Every step you've taken has brought you to this moment. Every prayer you've prayed has been building to this breakthrough. Every tear you've cried has been watering the seed of this harvest. And now it's time. The waiting is over. The struggle is ending. The new season is beginning. And it's more beautiful, more abundant, more joyful than anything you've experienced before. You are standing on the edge of your promised land. One more step and you're in. One more act of faith and it's yours. One more declaration and it manifests. So I'm asking you to take that step, speak that declaration, release that faith. Believe with everything in you that what I've been speaking to you tonight is true. It's not motivational speaking. It's prophetic declaration. It's not positive thinking. It's spiritual reality. It's not wishful hoping. It's absolute certainty. Your life is changing tonight. Your story is being rewritten tonight. Your future is being transformed tonight. The old is passing away. The new has come, and nothing will ever be the same again. You are blessed. You are favored. You are chosen. You are protected. You are provided for. You are healed, you are restored, you are victorious, you are more than a conqueror, you are the head and not the tail, you are above and not beneath, you are blessed coming in and blessed going out. Every door that needs to open is opening, every door that needs to close is closing, every person who needs to enter your life is coming, every person who needs to exit your life is leaving, everything is working together. Everything is aligning perfectly. Everything is falling into place exactly as it should. Sleep well tonight, my dear child. Rest in peace. Dream big dreams, because when you wake up tomorrow, you're waking up to a new reality. You're waking up to a new dimension. You're waking up to the first day of the rest of your blessed, abundant, joy-filled life. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And what a glorious beginning it is. I speak blessing over your sleep tonight. I declare that angels will surround your bed. I decree that peace will fill your room. I proclaim that hope will guard your heart. And I prophesy that when morning comes, you will rise with a testimony of God's goodness, His faithfulness, and His amazing love for you. You are His beloved. Never forget that. You are His treasure. Never doubt that. You are His purpose. Never question that. And He is about to show you just how much He delights in blessing those who trust Him, those who believe Him, those who wait on Him with expectant faith. Your miracle has arrived. Your breakthrough is here. Your blessing is released. Receive it. Walk in it. Live it. And let your life become a testimony that inspires millions to believe that nothing is impossible for those who trust in the living God. Type Amen in Jesus' name if you receive everything that has been spoken over your life tonight. I want you to understand something that will transform the way you see your current situation. Right now, in this very moment, there are divine appointments being scheduled on your behalf. There are conversations happening in boardrooms, in offices, in places of influence where your name is being mentioned. People who don't even know you yet are being prepared to become channels of blessing in your life. This is not fantasy. This is the reality of how heaven operates when it decides to shift someone from one dimension to another. You see, my beloved, the struggle you've been going through was never meant to last forever. It was a season, it was a chapter, but it was not the whole story. And now that chapter is closing and a new one is opening. A chapter filled with plot twists that will shock you, character developments that will amaze you, story arcs that will inspire you. This new chapter is going to be so good that when you look back at the old one, you'll understand why it had to be the way it was. You'll see how every difficult moment was actually setting you up for this incredible breakthrough. There's a principle in nature that applies to your life right now. Before a seed can become a tree, it has to be buried in darkness. It has to break apart. It has to go through a process that looks like death, but is actually preparation for life. You've been in that dark place. You've been buried under pressure. You've felt like you were breaking apart. But what looked like your ending was actually your beginning. What felt like death was actually the birth process. And now you're about to break through the soil and reach toward the sun. Your roots have grown deep during this time of hiddenness. Your foundation has been strengthened during this season of testing, and now you're about to grow in ways that will astound everyone who knows you. The height you're about to reach, the fruit you're about to bear, the shade you're about to provide for others, all of it is possible because of what you endured underground. So don't despise the process. Don't regret the pain. Don't wish away the struggle. It was all necessary. It was all purposeful. It was all preparing you for greatness. Type I am Reidi Wifar Girat Ness if you understand that your struggle was preparation. Now let me speak to something that many of you are feeling but haven't said out loud. You're afraid that even if the blessing comes, you'll somehow mess it up. You're worried that you're not qualified to handle what's coming. You're concerned that you don't have the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience to steward the level of blessing that's being described. Let me address that fear directly because it's important that you understand this truth. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. You don't need to have it all figured out before the blessing arrives. You don't need to be perfect before the doors open. You don't need to have all the answers before the opportunity presents itself. What you need is willingness. What you need is obedience. What you need is faith to take the next step even when you can't see the whole staircase. And you have that. You've proven that you have that by still being here, still believing, still trusting despite everything you've been through. The wisdom you need will come when you need it. The knowledge you require will be available when you require it. The connections that will help you navigate your new level will appear exactly when they're supposed to. Nothing is going to be withheld from you. Everything you need to succeed in your next season is already being prepared. Teachers are being sent. Mentors are being positioned. Resources are being allocated. All of it is being orchestrated by a power that never makes mistakes, never miscalculates, and never leaves anything to chance. So release that fear. Let go of that doubt. Stop disqualifying yourself from what heaven has already qualified you for. You are more capable than you realize. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than you give yourself credit for. And with divine backing, with supernatural support, with heaven's resources at your disposal, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. I'm seeing something in the spirit realm right now that I need to share with you. I'm seeing doors. Not just one or two, but multiple doors all opening at the same time. These are doors of opportunity, doors of favor, doors of connection, doors that lead to rooms you've never been in before, rooms where decisions that affect your future are made, rooms where resources are distributed, rooms where destiny is shaped, and you're about to walk through those doors. But here's what's interesting about these doors. They're not opening because you knocked. They're not opening because you pushed. They're not opening because you forced your way in. They're opening because heaven is pulling them open from the other side. They're opening because your time has come. They're opening because the season has shifted. They're opening because what's on the other side of those doors has been waiting for you just as long as you've been waiting for it. When you walk through those doors, you're going to meet people who will feel familiar even though you've never met them before. You're going to have conversations that flow effortlessly. You're going to discover opportunities that seem tailor-made for your gifts. That's not coincidence. That's divine design. That's heaven showing you that this was always meant to be. that you were always meant to be in these rooms with these people doing these things. Type Daras R Opaming if you sense new opportunities coming. Let me talk about generational impact, because what's happening in your life right now is bigger than just you. Your children are watching. Your grandchildren, even if they haven't been born yet, are going to be affected by what happens in your life right now. The decisions you make in this season will echo through time. The choices you make in this moment will impact people who don't even exist yet. This is legacy building time. This is history making time. This is the moment when the trajectory of your entire family line changes. For generations, your family may have struggled with the same issues: poverty, lack, limitation, defeat. These patterns have been passed down like unwanted heirlooms. But you are the generation breaker. You are the cycle stopper. You are the one who stands up and says, "Not on my watch, not in my lifetime, not with my children." And when you make that declaration with conviction, when you back it up with faith, when you walk it out with obedience, heaven mobilizes to support you. Every chain that bound your ancestors is being broken off your bloodline. Every curse that plagued your family is being cancelled over your household. Every limitation that held back previous generations is being removed from your future. You are free. Your children are free. Your children's children are free. The bondage ends with you. The struggle stops with you. The poverty dies with you. And what rises in its place is a legacy of blessing, abundance, favor, and supernatural provision. Your great-grandchildren are going to tell stories about you. They're going to talk about the ancestor who changed everything, the one who refused to accept defeat, the one who believed God when there was no evidence, the one who stood in faith when everyone else had given up. That's going to be you. That's going to be your testimony. That's going to be your legacy. And this legacy isn't just about money, although financial blessing is certainly part of it. This legacy is about faith. It's about courage. It's about resilience. It's about trusting God when circumstances say otherwise. It's about standing on promises when logic says to give up. It's about believing in breakthrough when everything looks broken. These are the values you're passing down. These are the principles you're establishing. These are the truths you're embedding in your family's DNA. So when the blessing comes, and it is coming, don't just enjoy it, steward it. Don't just spend it, invest it. Don't just consume it, multiply it. Because this blessing is not just for your generation, it's for the next one and the one after that. You're not just receiving provision for yourself, you're establishing a foundation for those who come after you. That's a sacred responsibility. That's a holy trust. And I know you're going to handle it with wisdom and excellence. I want to speak now about the power of your testimony. When this breakthrough manifests in your life and people start asking you how it happened, your testimony is going to be a weapon. It's going to be a tool. It's going to be a key that unlocks breakthrough for others. Because when people see what God did for you, they're going to believe He can do it for them too. When they hear your story of going from barely surviving to abundantly thriving, hope is going to rise up in them. Your testimony is going to give courage to the fearful. It's going to give strength to the weak. It's going to give faith to the doubting. People who were about to give up are going to keep going because of your story. People who were about to quit are going to press on because of your example. People who stopped believing in miracles are going to start believing again because they saw what happened in your life. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. He knew that if you made it through, if you survived the attack, if you came out still standing, you would become dangerous to his kingdom. Your testimony would become a threat to his lies. Your breakthrough would become evidence that he's a liar. Your victory would inspire others to pursue their own victory, and he couldn't have that. So he came at you with everything he had, but he failed. You're still here, you're still believing, you're still standing, and now your testimony is about to be born. Type my testimonies fuel if you know your story will inspire others. Let me address something that's crucial for your breakthrough to be sustained. You need to develop a mindset of gratitude. Not just when things are good, but especially when things are difficult. Gratitude is not just about being thankful. It's about recognizing that even in the midst of struggle, there are things to appreciate. It's about understanding that even when you don't have everything you want, you still have something to be grateful for. This mindset of gratitude is what positions you for more blessing. It's what keeps the pipeline of provision open. It's what maintains the flow of favor in your life. Because when you're grateful for what you have, you're signaling to heaven that you can be trusted with more. When you appreciate the small blessings, you're proving that you'll honor the big ones. When you give thanks in all circumstances, you're demonstrating the kind of character that can steward significant increase. So starting right now, I want you to begin a practice of gratitude. Every morning when you wake up, before you think about your problems, before you rehearse your worries, before you focus on what's wrong, I want you to speak out loud 3 things you're grateful for. It can be simple things. The fact that you woke up, the fact that you have another day, the fact that you're breathing. Start there and watch how this simple practice begins to shift your perspective. As your perspective shifts, your reality will shift too. You'll start noticing blessings you were overlooking before. You'll start seeing opportunities you were missing before. You'll start experiencing joy in places where you only felt stress before. Gratitude is a game changer. It's a life transformer. It's a breakthrough accelerator. And when you combine gratitude with faith, you become unstoppable. Now, I want to talk about the importance of speaking life over your situation. Your words have power, more power than you realize. The Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. That means your words are either building your future or destroying it. They're either creating possibility or reinforcing limitation. They're either opening doors or keeping them shut. So you need to be intentional about what you say, especially about yourself and your circumstances. Stop saying things like, I'm always broke. Stop declaring, I'll never get ahead. Stop confessing, nothing good ever happens to me. Every time you say something like that, you're giving power to that reality. You're strengthening that circumstance. You're making it harder for things to change. Instead, start speaking what you want to see. Start declaring what you believe. Start confessing what heaven says about you even if your circumstances haven't caught up yet. Say things like, I am favored. I am walking in increase. I am surrounded by opportunity. I am experiencing breakthrough. I am living in abundance. When you speak like this consistently, when you declare these truths daily, when you confess these realities regularly, you're actually creating the atmosphere for them to manifest. You're aligning your words with heaven's words. You're agreeing with God's plan instead of reinforcing the enemy's lie. This is not just positive thinking. This is spiritual warfare. You're using your words as weapons. You're speaking things into existence. You're calling forth things that are not as though they are. And when you do this with faith, with consistency, with conviction, things begin to shift. The invisible realm responds, the spiritual atmosphere changes, and what was trapped in the spiritual dimension begins to manifest in the physical dimension. Type I speak life if you're ready to change what you say about yourself. I need to address those of you who have been faithful in giving even when you didn't have much. You've tithed on your little income. You've given offerings even when it hurt. You've helped others even when you needed help yourself. I want you to know that every single seed you've sown has been recorded. Nothing has been forgotten. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been lost. And now the harvest of all those seeds is about to come in at once. There's a principle in scripture that says when you give, it will be given back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. That's not just a nice saying, that's a spiritual law. That's how the universe operates. That's how heaven's economy functions. And you've been sowing into that economy. You've been planting in that field. And now it's harvest time. The return on your giving is going to shock you. You're going to receive so much that you won't know what to do with it all. You're going to be blessed so abundantly that you'll have to find new ways to be a blessing to others. You're going to experience such overflow that you'll finally understand what that scripture really means. This is not exaggeration. This is not hype. This is the promise of God to those who give with a pure heart and trust Him to provide. And here's what I love about God's economy. When He blesses you, He doesn't just give you what you need for now. He gives you what you need for your future too. He doesn't just provide for today. He sets you up for tomorrow. He doesn't just bless you for this season. He establishes you for the next one. That's the kind of God we serve. That's the kind of provision He releases. That's the kind of abundance He specializes in. So get ready. Prepare your heart. Position yourself, because the floodgates are about to open. The windows of heaven are about to pour out, and you're about to experience a blessing so big that you'll run out of room to store it all. This is your season. This is your time. This is your moment. And nothing can stop what God has ordained for your life. You need to understand that your faithfulness in the little things qualified you for the big things. The fact that you kept giving even when you barely had anything proved that you could be trusted with much. The fact that you stayed faithful even when you didn't see results demonstrated that you weren't just in it for what you could get. You were honoring God because He's worthy, not because you were trying to manipulate Him. And that kind of heart, that kind of purity, that kind of integrity is what heaven rewards. Type Yeshar VST if you've been faithful in giving and you're ready to reap. Let me speak to the parents for a moment. Your children are about to benefit from this breakthrough in ways you can't even imagine right now. The struggles you've had trying to provide for them are about to end. The stress you've felt about their future is about to be replaced with peace. The limitations they've experienced because of your financial situation are about to be removed. They're about to see a side of life they haven't seen before. They're about to experience opportunities they haven't had access to before. They're about to walk in blessings that weren't available to them before. And more than the material blessings, they're about to learn a powerful lesson about faith. They're going to witness firsthand what happens when someone trusts God even in impossible situations. They're going to see with their own eyes that God really does come through for His children. They're going to experience in their own lives the truth that God is faithful. And that lesson, that revelation, that experience is going to shape their faith for the rest of their lives. Your children are going to grow up knowing that their parent didn't give up. They're going to remember that when things were hard, you still believed. They're going to tell their own children someday about the year everything changed, about the season when breakthrough came, about the time when God proved He was real by showing up in a powerful way for their family. That story is going to become part of your family's legacy. It's going to be passed down from generation to generation, and it's going to inspire faith in people you'll never even meet. So don't think this breakthrough is just about you. It's about everyone connected to you. Your breakthrough is their breakthrough. Your victory is their victory. Your blessing is their blessing. When you rise, they rise with you. When you win, they win with you. When you break through, they break through with you. That's how family works. That's how legacy operates. That's how generational blessings flow. I'm declaring right now that your children will never have to struggle the way you struggled. They will never have to wonder if they're going to make it like you wondered. They will never have to experience the level of lack that you experienced. Because you are breaking that cycle, you are stopping that pattern, you are closing that door, and you're opening a new door to a future of abundance, provision, favor, and blessing for your entire family line. The sacrifice you're making now, the faith you're standing on now, the persistence you're showing now, all of it is creating a better future for them. They may not understand it now. They may not appreciate it now. But one day they will. One day they'll look back and thank God that they had a parent who refused to quit, who kept believing, who stood firm in faith, who trusted God even when there was no evidence. That parent is you, and your reward is coming. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your season. Hallelujah and amen.